KIMT News 3's Jenna Lee joins us in Studio 3 with a Covering Your Family special report.
In the past 2 years, there have been reports of at least 5 deaths in child care across Iowa related to poor oversight and lack of training. Because of it, organizations are trying to raise awareness to better protect the safety and the very lives of young children by strengthening child care regulations. Cindy Hansen's living room is a playroom.
My brother.
All day, every day.
Here we go.
For 21 years,
Play with Logan and Mariano.
she's been second in line to the parents of more than 40 kids.
Right now I have a total of 13.
As a registered in-home child care provider, she's part of a state system, according to some family advocates, failing fast.
In Iowa, yeah, it's pretty simple. You fill out some basic paperwork. There's no pre-service, no pre-certification. I know a lot of child care providers who have been in the business for 10 or 15 years, and they've said they've never received a visit or they've received one visit.
Without hesitancy, Cindy admits the last time the Iowa Department of Human Services inspected her residence was in 1990.
They're supposed to be coming out every year, you know, surprise checking and stuff, but you know, they can't get to everybody's house. You know, about the only time they really come to somebody now, you know, because of the system, is, you know, if there's a problem.
In a recent national ranking of state child care standards and oversight, Iowa clutches close to the bottom, along with Indiana, Idaho, Louisiana, Mississippi, and others.
Yeah, I could fill out paperwork today and nobody would ever come to my house, maybe ever.
Every 2 years, the National Association of Child Care Resources and Referral completes reports on the state of child care. Iowa has a record of scoring poorly. The report blames weak inspections, incomplete background checks, minimum education requirements, and poor health and safety practices.
The registered providers also don't get a lot of monitoring, but the unregistered providers don't get any monitoring at all. And yet, those are state dollars, taxpayer dollars, that are going to those homes, and we don't monitor them.
Here's how it breaks down: 1,400 licensed centers, more than 5,000 registered in-home care providers, and more than 4,000 non-registered in-home care providers across the state. Despite a state sweep of criminal history, some providers do not bear a clean background. That includes burglary, drug paraphernalia, drunken driving, theft, and trespassing charges or convictions.
In-home providers are required to have record checks and child abuse checks, but only state records, only state criminal records are checked. Now that is supposed to change. The intent of the legislature is for that to change again on 2 summers from now. And then, of course, the unregulated providers, you take your chances.
The expectations of the registered caregivers are identified here on the DHS website. A provider self-certifies to meet the minimum requirements, and responsibility rests primarily with the provider, the parents of the children, and the community.
Would we accept that for a restaurant or a hotel or any other business? When I get my hair cut, my beautician has a certificate on the wall. It says she's met a minimum level of qualifications and she's been visited. Somebody has gone to that location and checked it out. When I get my nails done, the same thing. But when I take my child into a child home, there's nothing on that wall that says they've been visited and they've met certain criteria.
Why? The DHS says it's fragmented and faced with the reality of a rocky economy.
And it's a balancing act. We don't have enough resources now to do the job as well as we'd like to.
Advocates suggest the kids are being cast in the shadows of political resistance.
People are afraid of regulation. You've even heard it nationally. A lot of the talk is, let's get rid of regulations, let's get out of the way, and let's let people just do their jobs. But when it comes to the health and safety and education of young children, I don't think we can have too many regulations. And
some efforts in the past to make changes to the current system have been struck down.
There didn't seem to be very much political energy to have more regulation. In fact, there's no doubt about it.
But for Cindy, political play doesn't apply.
And love them, you know, and make sure that they're safe and take care of them.